Most people believe the difference between winners and everyone else is talent, luck, or opportunity, but the real difference is far less visible and far more powerful. Winners think differently long before they live differently. Their success is not an accident that happens on the outside, it is a decision that forms on the inside. While others wait for motivation, winners rely on standards. While others react emotionally to circumstances, winners respond intentionally. They understand that life does not reward comfort, it rewards clarity. From an early stage, winners stop asking what feels good and start asking what moves them forward. They don't see effort as punishment. They see it as proof of commitment. Where most people avoid discomfort, winners expect it. They don't interpret resistance as a sign to stop, but as confirmation that growth is happening. This shift in perception changes everything. When failure shows up, most people see it as evidence they are not good enough. Winners see it as information. They analyze it, extract the lesson, and adjust. Emotion does not override strategy. Setbacks do not become identities. Losses do not become excuses. Winners refuse to personalize temporary outcomes. They know that one moment does not define the entire journey. This allows them to stay composed when others spiral. Another critical difference is how winners view time. Most people think short-term. They want fast results, immediate validation, and instant rewards. Winners think in seasons. They understand that meaningful progress compounds slowly and that patience is not passive, it is disciplined. They are willing to invest effort today for results they may not see for months or even years. This long-term mindset gives them an unfair advantage because while others quit early, winners are just getting started. They don't need constant reassurance. They trust the process because they trust themselves. That self-trust is built through consistency, not confidence. Winners don't wait to feel ready. They act and readiness follows. They also understand that focus is power. While most people scatter their energy across dozens of goals, winners narrow their attention. They choose fewer priorities and pursue them relentlessly. They understand that saying no is not missing out. It is protecting momentum. Distraction is the enemy of excellence, and winners treat it as such. They are intentional about what they consume, who they listen to, and where they place their attention. This mental discipline allows them to operate with clarity even in chaos. Another difference lies in how winners speak to themselves. Internal dialogue matters more than external praise. While others engage in self-criticism and doubt, winners practice constructive self-talk. This does not mean blind positivity, it means responsibility. When things go wrong, winners ask better questions. Instead of asking why this happened to them, they ask what this is teaching them. Instead of saying they can't, they ask how they can. Language shapes perception, and perception shapes behavior. Winners are careful with both. They also understand that discipline outperforms motivation every time. Motivation fluctuates, discipline remains. Winners build routines that carry them forward, even on days when they feel tired, uninspired, or discouraged. They do not rely on emotion to dictate action. They act because they committed, not because they feel like it. This is why they continue when others stop. Another key difference is how winners handle comparison. While many people measure themselves against others, winners measure themselves against their own potential. They compete internally, not externally. They focus on progress, not validation. This frees them from jealousy, resentment, and distraction. They celebrate others' success without feeling threatened because they understand that someone else winning does not limit their own opportunity. This mindset creates abundance instead of scarcity. Winners also take ownership of their outcomes. They do not blame circumstances, background, or people. Even when things are unfair, they ask what is still within their control. Responsibility gives them power, excuses take it away. This ownership allows winners to adapt quickly. When conditions change, they change strategies instead of complaining. Flexibility becomes a strength, not a weakness. Another major difference is how winners view fear. Most people try to eliminate fear before acting. Winners act while afraid. They understand that fear is not a stop signal, it is a growth signal. Courage is not the absence of fear, It is the decision to move forward anyway. Over time, this builds resilience. Each time they face discomfort and survive it, their confidence increases. They don't become fearless, they become capable. Winners also value solitude. They are comfortable being alone with their thoughts. This allows them to reflect, plan, and recalibrate. While others constantly seek distraction, winners seek clarity. They protect their mental space because they know that clarity is where breakthroughs happen. Finally, winners understand that success is not a single event. It is a lifestyle. It is built through habits, decisions, and mindset repeated daily. They do not wait for permission. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They decide who they are becoming and align their actions accordingly. This is why winners seem different. They are not special, they are intentional. They think differently, and because of that, they live differently. Winners also understand something most people overlook. Consistency is more important than intensity. Anyone can work hard for a short burst when emotions are high, but very few people can show up day after day with the same level of commitment. Winners don't rely on dramatic moments, they rely on systems. They build habits that support their goals even when life becomes unpredictable. They simplify their routines so there is less friction between intention and action. This allows them to stay aligned even during stressful periods. Another key difference is how winners respond to boredom. Most people associate progress with excitement, but winners know that mastery often feels repetitive. They don't quit when the work becomes monotonous. They stay the course because they understand that boredom is not a sign of stagnation, it is a sign of refinement. While others chase novelty, winners refine fundamentals. They improve the basics until excellence becomes automatic. This is why they outperform over time. Winners also have a different relationship with criticism. While most people fear judgment and let opinions influence their direction, winners filter feedback carefully. They listen for truth, not approval. Constructive criticism becomes data. Empty negativity is ignored. They don't allow random voices to shape their self-worth. This mental boundary protects confidence and preserves momentum. Another difference is how winners handle success. They don't become complacent when things go well. They don't relax into comfort and assume progress will continue on its own. Success is treated as responsibility, not entitlement. It raises their standards instead of lowering them. They use success as confirmation that their process works, then double down on discipline. At the same time, winners remain grounded. They don't confuse results with identity. They stay students of the process, knowing that growth never ends. This humility keeps them adaptable. Winners also prioritize learning. While others wait to be taught, winners seek knowledge actively. They read, observe, ask questions, and study those ahead of them. They understand that information alone is not power. Applied information is. Learning is integrated into action. They don't wait until they know everything to start. They start, then learn along the way. This willingness to be imperfect allows them to move faster than those waiting for certainty. Another important distinction is how winners manage their environment. They design their surroundings to support success. They limit exposure to negativity, distraction, and complacency. They spend time with people who challenge them, not just those who comfort them. Energy is contagious, and winners are intentional about what they absorb. This doesn't mean cutting everyone off. It means choosing influence wisely. Winners also understand delayed gratification. While others seek immediate pleasure, winners prioritize long-term fulfillment. They are willing to sacrifice comfort today for freedom tomorrow. This ability to delay reward is one of the strongest predictors of success. It allows winners to stay disciplined when temptation appears. They don't eliminate desire, they control it. Control creates leverage. Another difference is how winners view pressure. Pressure is not something to avoid, it is something to prepare for. Winners train themselves to perform under stress. They don't wait for confidence to show up before taking responsibility. They build confidence by taking responsibility. Over time, pressure becomes familiar. It sharpens rather than paralyzes. This is why winners often perform best when stakes are high. Their mindset is trained for it. Winners also separate emotion from execution. They feel emotions fully, but they don't allow emotions to dictate decisions. They process feelings without letting them derail progress. This emotional maturity allows them to stay steady during highs and lows. They don't overreact to success or collapse during setbacks. Balance becomes a strength. Another subtle difference is how winners treat time alone. Solitude is not loneliness to them, it is strategy. It gives them space to think, evaluate, and realign. This reflection prevents drift. While others are constantly reacting, winners are recalibrating. This keeps their direction intentional. Finally, winners understand that thinking differently is not about being superior, it's about being responsible. They don't expect life to be easy, fair, or predictable. They expect themselves to adapt. That expectation changes how they move through the world. Instead of asking what they deserve, they ask what they can build. Instead of waiting for permission, they create opportunity. Instead of hoping things work out, they make things work. This mindset is not inherited, it is chosen. And once chosen, it reshapes everything. Winners think differently because they decide to. And that decision, repeated daily, is what separates them from everyone else.